a suitcase all the time. If you do follow me and you see me literally wearing this sweater every second day, I do wash it, I promise, but mind your business. With peace and love. But speaking of that, my luggage right now, I mostly have Caribbean clothes, like swimsuits and shorts and cover-ups and all that kind of stuff. It's cold here and windy. I have like 2 pairs of pants with me that I can choose from, and then like a few long sleeve shirts and a few sweaters or hoodies. And I'm so sick of all of it. I guess that's a very privileged complaint to have, so it's all good. I'm gonna make some coffee. And of course the mocha pot, because we're in Italy and that's their favorite thing in the world. I will say I made some of this last night though, and I didn't clean the pot. And this is a good example of the phrase that says like, do something today that you'll thank yourself tomorrow for it. If I cleaned it, I would have been so thankful. But now I'm like, girl, you left me this mess to deal with in the morning. I think my coffee is exploding. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oops. Listen, if you're from Italy and you're watching this and cringing, I'm so sorry, okay? I didn't mean it. I feel like I'm always stuck between like what type of aesthetic I want to have online or like what type of videos I want to make, whatever. If you make videos, you probably have the same dilemma. I love watching like realistic vlogs, kind of like what I'm doing now. Well, I don't know if this lifestyle is realistic, but the appearance and like what I'm eating and all that. But I also love watching like aesthetic, cute little apartment vibes and fashion, but I feel like I can't do both with my lifestyle. I don't know. Sometimes for like 1 hour, I'm craving the stability of my own little place that I could decorate. Like that would be so fun. But then I'm also scared that when I take that step in my life, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I miss traveling. I miss being somewhere new every day. I miss being busy. So there really is no winning, right? You need to find a middle ground, I guess. Anyways, I'm gonna drink this coffee, eat this toast. So cute! I love all the balconies and the windows and the shutters and stuff in Italy. I also love how you can like open their windows and actually put the full audio there. Like, are you kidding me? I cannot do this at home.
You're going to need yarn. You can use any basic yarn you have around your house, or if you're going to, and it just continues like that. So away from you, on the left side.
I think the last time I filmed was like a few days ago. One day I'll figure it out. One day the vlogs will be consistent and better. We are in some place in France. It's like on the border of Italy and France, but it's a skiing place. It's in France, but they're mostly speaking Italian. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't really want to go skiing because I feel exhausted and I feel like I would absolutely destroy myself if I went skiing. When in France, I probably should be skiing and enjoying, but sometimes you just gotta preserve your peace. I decided I'm gonna try to finish an entire book from front to back before these guys get back. So I'm gonna read Bye Baby. Anyways, I'm also very happy that these windows are tinted right now because I can't imagine how crazy I would look just here talking to myself. Hey! I didn't really plan on recording this today, but I have some time alone, which is very rare these days, so I thought this was a good opportunity to do it, even though I didn't even like brainstorm my list. So there's also like a weird shadow on my forehead. It's from the chair that I have the camera propped on right now. I'll insert a photo of this setup because to you it probably looks semi-normal, but to me it looks literally insane. Take a picture. So last month I did a what I read in January kind of recap of all the books I read, and I rated them from least amount of enjoyment to the highest amount of enjoyment. So I'm going to redo the same thing for February. I didn't read as many books in February, but I still read a lot. I read 11 books and I started the Harry Potter series. I feel like that's a classic that I need to understand. So coming in at last place this month, I would say Evidence of the Affair. This was a short story. I was in a little bit of a reading slump. Wanted to read a short story. Sometimes I do that when I'm not in the mood to read because I feel like I can read it in one sitting and feel accomplished, if that makes sense. Like it kind of gets me back into the groove of it. The ending was crazy. I just don't waste your time. I couldn't relate to it at all. I read it and thought, this is literally insane. At 10th this month was The Teacher by Frida McFadden, which is also the love of my life. But this one, this is an unpopular opinion for sure. One of the twists I will say I wasn't expecting, but overall I just found it creepy a little bit. I don't love the teacher-student. It's kind of weird to read about underage girls hooking up with their teachers. Maybe if she took like a university setting where they're not minors and then wrote about the university students getting with their professors. Still weird. Maybe it would have been less creepy to weird to read. Less creepy to weird. Let me get my water. 1 second. No. That's disgusting. Alfonso is sick right now. Like, I'm not even gonna say it. He's just disgustingly sick. And that was his water bottle. I literally cannot think about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Also, this water bottle is huge. Number 9 is A Welcome Reunion. I'm done saying authors' names because in my last video I absolutely butchered somebody's name. Their first and last name was nothing even remotely similar to what their name actually is. So this time we're gonna avoid the authors' names, okay? I'm putting an insert of the cover here anyways, so you know what it is. This short story I didn't even know existed until I downloaded it. I didn't even realize what it was until I started reading it, but it was like the epilogue of The Perfect Child. If you haven't read The Perfect Child, then this short story is not going to make any sense. But if you read The Perfect Child, then I recommend reading this because it kind of answers your questions about what happens next, since the ending of that book was terrible in my opinion. So this one was a good read because, yeah, it just kind of cleared some things up. Coming in at number 8 was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is another one that I feel like is an unpopular opinion because everyone has read this book and most people say it's a 5-star read. For me, I feel like I just expected it to be like a thriller of some sort. Maybe not like an intense thriller, but like I thought that she had 7 husbands and she murdered them off because they were all dead. Or I thought that it was going to explain how they all like mysteriously died. I guess some of it is explained, but that wasn't the point of the book. Like if I was going into it expecting like a fun little thriller read and that's not what it was, so I was kind of just like, I did listen to it in like 10 hours straight though. I listened to this one as an audiobook because we had a 10-hour drive and it was like the perfect length of a book to finish in that amount of time. So I will say it did keep me occupied for 10 hours and it was good enough that I kept it on, and I did want to know what was going to happen next, but it was also really sad. Like a lot of devastating things were happening. I would have chose to do differently what the main character did. I wouldn't have let her just be alone and, you know, morally I could not do that. Even though I know she wanted to be with her daughter and all of that stuff, but that one was a weird one. At number 7 is the second Harry Potter book. This one, I felt like nothing was happening and I was kind of bored, but it was fine. Not much more to say. The movie was cute. I've been like reading the Harry Potter books and then watching the movie directly after. So right now I am done reading the third one and I'm like halfway through the movie. but the second book, And then coming in at number 6 was the first Harry Potter book. This is the first book that I read this month, and it was good. I thought it was cute. Already introduced me to a lot of concepts and characters that I have been seeing in social media for years. So it's cool to be able to actually understand some things now, and I thought this one had a really interesting storyline. Number 5, I have Onyx Storm. I've been seeing this online a lot, that people right from the beginning of Onyx Storm were a little bit confused about the characters, and I'm not gonna lie, I was too. I feel like everything and nothing happened in this book at the same time. I don't know, it wasn't one of my favorites. I would say it was probably my least favorite so far out of the 3 books of that series. I will say that I really enjoy the dragon aspect of these books. Third is the 3rd book of Harry Potter. So far out of the Harry Potter series, this one is the best for me, even though I've only read 3 of the books. The 3rd one is the best so far. If you've read Harry Potter, I'm curious to know which one of the books you liked the most, and if you think the series gets better or if it gets worse, or if I'm like peaking now and it's gonna go down. Also, I'm curious about what your favorite movie was from them. Okay, so coming in second was Bye Baby. This book I honestly read because Carly and Contro talked about it so many times that I was like, this must be good. Also, I feel like I'm always talking about this girl, but I swear I just like consistently watch her vlogs. I wouldn't say it's a 5-star personally. I think I rated it a 4-star on Goodreads, but it was another one of those books that I couldn't put down. I think I read it in about 2 days, and one of the main characters was an influencer, and it also had a lot of like pop culture. It was about 2 best friends that like drifted apart. Something happened in their childhood that kind of bonded them together for life. You could literally just go read the summary of this book, but basically the best friend that wasn't the influencer ends up kidnapping her baby briefly, and then it kind of blows up a little bit. They're like investigating what happened, but they're becoming friends again. So it's a really interesting read, and I'm definitely going to check out some more books by this author as well because I liked her writing style. And coming in at number 1 this month, which is surprising because, again, I liked it, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, this book is crazy. I don't think I had any 5-star readings this month, which is crazy. The most enjoyable book I read this month was Never Lie, again by Frida McFadden. But this was a good one. I think I read it in 1 day. The typical snowy, dark house thriller vibe, but it was good. It was super interesting. The twists were crazy as always, and honestly just such a good book to get you out of a reading slump or encourage you to get off your phone for a little bit, because it's one of the books that you are going to think about when you have other things to do. You know how I can improve these videos, or if you liked it, should I be doing more of a summary of the books? Maybe next time I'll do like a reading 7 books in 7 days, or a reading vlog or something to like switch it up a little bit. Let me know what you read this month. If you had any 5-star books, I would love to know. I say this to like the 10 people that watch, but you know. A side note, I'm literally bald, as we talk about in every single video. So I tried this Magic Roux cover-up. I should have recorded it while I did it. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube. I'm not even sure. I'm literally editing that out because that made me look so bald. And yes, I'm bald, but I'm not that bald. Literally what I just showed looked like I had no hair on the top of my head at all. I think I'm gonna have no hair by the time I hit 30. Wait, I don't even want to say that out loud because that's gonna manifest. That just dyed the comb brown. When I was looking in the mirror, it literally looked like when Jesus walked, no, not when Jesus walked on water, but when he separated the ocean or whatever, and it's like this wide. That's what my part on my head looked like. Shall we look at the sweaters or no? I think I'm going to make the executive decision and say, let's look at it tomorrow. Don't look at my head. I want to try them on because I've been waiting so that I could get my actual genuine reaction. But don't look at my bald head, okay? We're going to look at these sweaters. So cute. They're all the same color. But just like my entire closet. I mean, last time I quit because I was feeling bald. I'm still not feeling cute. And my camera's about to die. I'm trying to make a TikTok of this haul as well, but my TikTok audience is not normal at all. So I'm gonna print off like a little picture of Bingus, basically this guy. I'm probably gonna like stick him onto a bottle of olive oil or something. I'm about to charge my camera and make a Bingus and I'll be back. That literally just charged in like 5 minutes. I'm not even exaggerating. I don't know how it's possible. That's literally so stupid. Wait, it doesn't even look... Okay, whatever. Sometimes I like post things on TikTok and I'm like, this is literally so stupid. And if I didn't know who I was and I was scrolling and saw this, I would immediately scroll and be like, I'm gonna start trying on this clothes, I guess. Finally, so I can start wearing it. Okay, so the first one is this. I saw it and was like, I immediately need this. This is so me. I love blue. Whew, I'm out of breath. Because my eyes are blue, so it makes my eyes pop. I don't know if this is a tomato or an apple or just a hat that's red. It has a big pocket. I like the feeling of it as well. It's kind of like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like smooth on the inside. Yep. I think it's a solid like 10 out of 10. Like Karina would say, Rose.
10 out of 10.
Our queen. 10 out of 10. So when the company reached out to me and they're like, you can pick out some products that you like, I saw this one and I was immediately like, this one I could get some actual good use of. This one is so cute and so cozy. Like I already don't want to take it off. I don't even want to try on the other ones. This is something that I saw and was like, immediately I need this because I don't have it in my closet and it is such a staple. Just a plain black sweater. Doesn't get much better than this. Bit of the logo down here, like the perfect amount of logo. I ordered all of these in size small for reference, by the way. I like my clothes to be baggier. If I was going for a sweater like this, I would get a medium or a large, but the small is working perfectly fine. It's gonna look so cute with just a plain pair of light wash jeans. I immediately knew this one was gonna be my favorite. Of course, we're still with the blue. I love the hood. It's like sitting perfectly. This is so me. Okay, so that's the end of this little portion. I will probably insert the TikTok that I made. Let's see how cringe it is. I also have a discount code for AELFRIC EDEN. Thank you, AELFRIC EDEN. I'm sure these are going to be put to good use, especially while I'm traveling. I'm going to be on repeat. And thank you, Bingus, for being our moral support during this whole process. Hi. Oh, it's so cute. Let me see the bag. Hey.